The soft beeping of monitors and quiet members filled the hospital corridors. Wine walked with a clipboard in her hand, her white coat swaying behind her. It was another exhausting shift, but she loved her work. Helping and saving people as a doctor brought her peace. Ryan, how's Mr. Choi? In room 204? She asked as she stopped by the nurse station. Nurse, what's special? He asked when you will check on him again. Seems like he likes you more than the rest of us. One laughed gracefully. Fine, I'll see him before I leave. She made her way towards the patient's room where Dr. Kim, her colleague, appeared beside her, walking a little too close for her comfort. Kim, tired already, Ryan? Long shift's getting to you? Ryan, I'm fine. Thank you, she said politely, keeping her eyes ahead. Kim, if you ever want to let off some steam, I'm always around. She gave him a tight smile, not responding. She had grown used to ignoring his suggestive comments, but deep down, they always made her uneasy. Reaching Mr. Choi's room, she slipped inside, grateful to escape. Choi, doctor, you're back. The old man smiled weakly, sitting up in her bed. Ryan, of course, Mr. Choi. I said I'd check on you, didn't I? She smiled warmly. Her exhaustion working as a doctor was always kept at bay. When her patients smiled at her and trusted her with everything, they all loved her and always demanded her check on him. As she took his pulse and checked his vitals, a knock sounded on the door. Before she could answer, a nurse peeked in, looking hesitant. Nurse, Dr. Ryan, there's someone at the reception asking for you. Says it's urgent. Ryan, who? Nurse, he didn't give a name, but he's injured and he asked, especially for you. Her heart skipped a beat. She already knew. Without another word, she handed the chart back to the nurse and rushed down the hall, a coat flying behind her. The moment she turned the corner, she saw him, Jungkook, her husband. Leaning against the wall, dark hair wet from the rain, black shirt clinging to his body and blood, so much blood on his side, soaking the fabric. Ryan, oh my god, Jungkook, she whispered, running to him. His head lifted, a smirk playing at his lips as if he wasn't bleeding out in a hospital hallway. Take it, he laid, he teased, voice low and rough. Ryan, shut up. She snapped, grabbing his arm and guiding him towards an empty room. Ryan, what happened to you? Take it, nothing I couldn't handle. Once inside, she locked the door and pushed him down on the bed, her hands already working to pull away his jacket. Ryan, who did this to you? His eyes stayed fixed on her, watching her every move, the way her hands trembled as she cleaned the wound, how her lips pressed into a thin line as she fought tears. It's okay. Don't cry for me, baby, he said softly, reaching out to brush her cheek. Ryan, I'll cry if I want to. Now stay still. She slapped his hand away. He chuckled but obeyed quietly, letting his wife nag at him as if he hadn't just massacred a whole empire. Ryan, why didn't you call me sooner? You could have bled out. Take it. I don't want you to worry. Ryan, well, that's too late for that. She glared up at him, tears brimming. Take it. You nag like a wife should. Was he enjoying this? He clearly was. Ryan, don't wife me right now, John. Were you fighting again? Can you learn to do something else in your life? Zeke, babe, you should have seen the other guy. Why? Are you like flexing right now? You don't care about the other guy. I care about you. Jungkook pulled her on his lap and her face in his chest. Zeke, alright, I'm fine. I have a doctor as my wife. Nothing is happening to me. She exhaled, slowly relaxing in his arms as she listened to his calm heartbeat. They both went home later once Wine had calmed and Jungkook was completely patched up as well. The next day, during lunch break, she sat in the lounge sipping her coffee when Dr. Kim entered. Kim, you've been running around a lot lately, Wyan. You okay? He sat close to her. Wyan, I'm fine. Please keep your distance. But he reached her suddenly, brushing her hair behind her ear, fingers lingering on her cheek. Her stomach churned in disgust. Wyan, don't, she said sharply, standing up, but he smirked, grabbing her wrist, pulling her close to her. His other hand pulled her flush against him as he moved his face in her neck. Kim, relax. No need to act so cold. Wine, let go. She snapped, yanking her hand free and walking away, her heart racing. That was the final straw for the night. When Wine came home, Jungkook was already sitting in his chair by the window, staring out at the city lights, a glass of whiskey in his hand. She dropped her bag and rushed to him, climbing into his lap like always, wrapping her arms around his neck. Wine, you're home early, she whispered. He hummed, holding her close, his hand stroking her back. It's okay, missed you. So I brought you a gift as well. Wine pulls back, those eyes turning big, pulling up with curiosity and excitement. Wine, what gift? Where is it? Seke. There. He pointed at the table. A large dock box was placed there. Wine shifted and slowly opened it, only to gasp and drop the lid as her hands flew to her mouth. Inside the box, wrapped in dark velvet, were two severed hands, cleanly cut, still wearing the hospital ID band that read Kim Min Ho. Her eyes shot up to Jungkook, who was watching her with calm, cold satisfaction. Why, Jungkook? She breathed out, shock and fear mixing in her voice. Not like she was going to hide it from him, but she didn't expect him to find out already. He leaned closer, brushing her cheek gently, as if he hadn't just given her something horrifying. Take it. He touched what's mine. Now he never touches anything again. Her chest rose and fell quickly, trying to calm her racing heart. She knew the kind of man she married. She should have known what was written in Kim's fate the moment he touched her. Wine, you made me speechless. It's okay. I love you too. She slapped his chest, glaring at him, and closed the lid of the box. Wine, I didn't I love you right now at all. Jungkook instead moved his face in her neck, placed a kiss there, and then leaned near her ear. Take it. If anyone else thinks about something like that, they won't just lose some hands. I want you to be ready in any case. As his possessive voice rang in her head, she knew one thing. She was loved by a monster. She was his queen, and no one could ever lay a finger on her and live to tell about it.